It's Friday, November the 8th, 2013. I'm Mark Chatterley and this is episode number 7 of T.E.N, Transport Evolved News for the week beginning November the 4th, 2013. Nikki's away today getting a test drive of the BMW i3. Yes, she does get all the cool jobs. So this week, you're stuck with me. On with the news. In September, we were all jumping for joy as the Model S became the best-selling car in Norway. Not the best-selling EV, but it seems this isn't an accolade that Tesla could hold on to. In October, the top-selling car was the Nissan Leaf. You see, Norway has this amazing rule where the sales tax on a car purchase is linked to how dirty the car is on the road. Buy an all-electric car like the Model S or the Nissan Leaf, and you pay nothing in sales tax. Buy some 4x4 8-litre monstrosity and expect to pay up to 100% extra. Because of this, Nissan sold 716 Leafs in October. Tesla, on the other hand, managed only 98 sales of the Model S. It's probably true that the Model S sales figures were bolstered in September due to back orders and pre-orders being fulfilled, but that's not the point here. The point is, it isn't how many or how few specific plug-in cars are selling, it's the fact that plug-in cars are outselling internal combustion engine cars on a regular basis. When you start delving into the geeky stats, and let's face it, who wouldn't want to do that, you get some amazing figures. My personal favourite is the fact that in October, plug-in cars made up 7.2% of new car registrations. That's an absolutely astounding figure. BMW i8 was officially unveiled at the Frankfurt Auto Show in September. BMW no longer needs to hide the i8 as it whizzes around the various cities and locations on testing. And one lucky Active E driver managed to snap the very first photo of one in the wild without any camouflage. I think you'll agree, it does look rather nice. The i8 uses a 96 kilowatt electric motor mounted under the hood to drive the front wheels, while a mid-mounted twin-turbo 1.5 litre 3-cylinder petrol engine powers the rear wheels. In total, the i8 can produce up to 362 horsepower of combined gasoline and electric power, along with 420 pound-feet, 569 newton-meters of torque. To put that in perspective, the Tesla Roadster 2.5 Sport could only produce 295 pound-feet of torque, about 400 newton-meters. At the eco end of things, the i8 can travel 22 miles on a single charge of its 7.2 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack. In combined gasoline and electric mode, BMW quotes economy figures of around 96 imperial miles per gallon. That's about 80 miles per gallon in the US. I'm going to put this out there now, as Nikki is off testing the BMW i3 at the moment and I'm stuck at home in the rain. I think that I should get the first drive of the BMW i8. What do you all think? Come on, you're on my side. Speed is fun, right? Well, some people think so and like to test the top speeds of various cars. This week, a video emerged online of Martin Thompson from EV Network DK testing out the top speed of the Model S on a German autobahn. And it wasn't even his car, he borrowed it. This person seriously has one trusting friend. Yeah, sure, take my expensive car and drive it at stupid miles an hour down a road with other cars all around. No worries, have fun. Amazing. From watching the video over and over again, we believe that the Model S P85 Plus will go from standstill to its top speed of 131 miles an hour in around 25 seconds. That's an average acceleration of 5.25 miles per second. When you combine the fact that we think a lot of drivers will want to test this out, and a couple of weeks ago Tesla announced free Autobahn tuning for Model S's to allow them to handle pretty much perfectly at those high speeds, we think we might start seeing Model S traffic jams on the autobahns. That'd be really interesting to see. Have you ever heard of a skunkworks project? It's essentially a team of people within an organisation who are given a project and are given free rein to just develop something for the sake of innovation. A famous example of this is Google's X Lab, which has given us such things as Google Glass and is still working on the self-driving car. Well, it seems Nissan has their very own skunkworks project looking into electric cars, and this week they announced the Nissan Blade Glider. They see the 3-seater Blade Glider as an EV that was developed with form following function. Its shape is designed to give it a very low drag coefficient, but also to generate the downforce needed to keep it on the ground in those tight turns. It's even made with carbon fibre reinforced plastic like the BMW i3. Nissan have even said that, unlike the ES-Flow EV sports car concept, the Blade Glider has a very real chance of entering production. All I know is, I want one. It's the investment that many professionals have warned people not to make, seeing Tesla Motors as being overvalued on the stock market. But that hasn't stopped some investors seeing very good returns on their investment by betting on Tesla. But this week, following the release of their third quarter results, the share price of Tesla Motors fell by 11.5%. That's the equivalent of 32 cents per share. Tesla did disclose a $38 million loss on their report, so maybe this drop isn't all that unexpected. But further investigation of Tesla's official Q3 earnings shows some really promising signs. Using both the GAAP and non-GAAP financials, that's generally accepted accounting principles for those who aren't up to their accounting acronyms, Tesla revenue rose in Q3 when compared to Q2. Tesla says its gross non-GAAP margin increased by 7 percentage points, and that's while excluding income from the sale of Californian zero-emission vehicle credits. Did I actually sound like I knew what I was talking about then? Excellent. In related news, it seems Tesla wants to open their very own battery factory. Nicknamed the GIGA-FACTOry by Elon Musk because, you know, that name makes total sense. The battery plant would not only produce battery cells and battery packs, but would also recycle and reuse battery packs at the end of their useful life within a Tesla car. The factory will be ecoed to the max. Elon Musk wants it to be the biggest, greenest battery factory in the world, and if anyone's going to make that happen, it's going to be him. It seems that Mitsubishi is joining forces with the Renault-Nissan partnership to bring some new cars to market under the Mitsubishi badge. The three companies have already said that Renault will provide Mitsubishi with several mid-sized sedans to market in the US as rebadged Mitsubishi models, while the trio has said that they intend to work together to develop and build a new global small car platform, which they say they will use to introduce a new all-electric car to market. This makes us wonder, seeing as Renault hasn't sold any cars in the US since the 80s, could the Renault Zoe be making its way over to that side of the pond, badged as a Mitsubishi? The EV is marketed as the affordable EV over here, so it could be a big hit with inner-city drivers in the US who are looking for a small car that has style and that little bit of pep you need for around town. Here we go, another Top Gear Tesla story. Hang on, this one's positive. It seems that, unlike the British TV Top Gear team, who have an ingrained hatred of anything that doesn't suck, squeeze, bang and blow, the US version of the show is more open-minded when it comes to EVs. In a recent hour-long special, the show managed to show electric cars in a positive light, and it seems the presenters fell in love with the Model S. Being British, I still find this hard to get my head around. Top Gear liking EVs. Can someone just go outside and make sure pigs aren't flying? I'm now just hoping that the UK team takes up the thread the US team has started and starts to give EVs a positive representation on TV. But I think that might be a dream too far. And finally, it's the story that just won't die. A Member of Parliament in the UK, namely Mary Glindon, Labour Party representative of North Teesside, wants to raise concerns about the new threat of quiet plug-in and hybrid vehicles to pedestrians. She cites a survey carried out by Guide Dogs charity that seems to contradict every other study that's ever looked into this. We don't know what the outcome from this will be, but if it does go towards the horror of noise emitters, we just hope that we get to sit around and watch the noise emitters get fitted to all those high-end, luxury, expensively quietened ICE vehicles that all our MPs like to drive around in themselves. That's it for this week. Remember to join us next week for another episode of Transport Evolved News, and in the meantime visit www.transportevolved.com for all the EV news that's fit to print. You can subscribe to this show and others on YouTube, and remember to join us on Sunday for our main show Transport Evolved, where we'll be discussing these news items along with others. I've been Mark Chatterley, and remember, stay juiced up! An all-electric car like the Nissan Leaf and the Model S and pay nothing in sales tax. Buy some 4x4 8-litre monstrosity and expect to pay...